anything, I am so afraid of like losing my place or losing a source of income or losing a certain relationship. My fear of abandonment kicks in so bad that I'm useless for anything else. My fear of abandonment wouldn't kick in that bad if I had a life. But the fear of abandonment only kicks in. It's a clue that I'm not satisfied with my life's not fulfilling. And it's like saying, hey, you need to go back to the fundamentals and work on the basic things of your life. That's why you're jonesing. That's why you're needing a fix. Try to fix your fear of abandonment and run away from that emotion. So it's things like fear of abandonment. Also, I don't know if you'd noticed, but I tend to talk about sex probably inappropriately and too often.
Oh, no.
Have you ever noticed that on
Never.
this show?
I've never heard you ever talk about sex. It's like having a show here with a nun. I mean, you never bring up sex. We could go for 2 hours. You never bring up sex. You will never talk about your sex life. Nobody has any idea if you've ever been with a woman before.
Exactly.
You'll never talk about things like blowjobs. It'll just
No,
never happen.
Like here I am. I'm doing a Torah talk show.
Yeah.
Like we can't go 10 minutes without me talking.
I think
about
I'm
sex.
the one who points that out.
And it's a problem, and it's not just a
I
problem.
don't know if it's a problem. It's funny. It's what makes
funny.
what makes the show interesting.
Yeah, it's cool, but if it's like out there in real life, where it's like interfering with my ability to connect with other people,
Okay, then it's
and
a
causing
problem.
trouble, then it's a problem.
I don't think it's a problem in here.
I don't think it's a problem in here either, but it's a reflection of what is a problem out there.
Okay, well, I
Like,
mean,
I have these problems that are interfering with my ability to connect with people normally, and because I don't connect with people normally, I have this jones for a fix. If I could connect with people normally, I wouldn't be jonesing for a fix. I wouldn't be freaking out that I'm being abandoned. So, like this thing where I talk about sex too much, like it's interfering with my real life out there. Like I do it in like totally inappropriate times and places, and it's this compulsion. So that's what I'm looking at. That's why I'm 12-stepping.
All right, now I have some things here I want to say.
Okay.
I was thinking about you. They have they're like totally off the wall, random. But I was watching Fox News, and I guess it was the last 2 days I was watching Fox News, and they have these reports from Eretz Israel, the state of Israel, that the Syrians are crossing over the border. So they have this reporter I've never seen before in my life. This guy, this correspondent. Did you see him?
No, I haven't watched.
He looks like you. I swear, he looks like you without a beard. He looks like Luke Ford, like 15 years ago. Luke Ford,
Right.
You know, as you would say,
pre-Torah,
pre-Alexander technique,
Yeah.
Luke Ford, right? And you know, I was looking at him and I'm thinking, that's Luke. Like that's Luke. I mean, that could be you.
Yeah.
You know, and he
Yeah.
wasn't like a bad-looking guy or anything. And he's like, you know, talking all tough, and he thinks he's like, you know, in Israel, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, that could be you.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, this guy is what you want to be. You want to be like that correspondent with the spotlight on you and the whole world pointing, and you have the scoop and everything. Look at me, look at me, look at me, and the attention and all that. And I'm like, this is the guy. You've got to watch him. You should turn on Fox News right now, and the next time they go to Israel, that's going to be this guy, and you're going to go, oh my God, that's my kid brother or some shit, you know? It looked like you.
Like, someone pointed out to me recently that, like, sex addicts tend to underachieve because we spend so much time fantasizing or actually pursuing, like, illicit sexual liaisons, because it's the illicit nature that gets us really excited, that we don't achieve in real life. We, like, throw our lives away. We waste our lives because we're so lost in fantasy. So, like, you know, here I am, this huge underachiever, because I'm, like wasting my abilities and wasting my potential. So instead of, like, using my mind to think about, oh, wouldn't this be a really hot, illicit, erotic scenario to get into? You know, instead I could be thinking about, you know, how could I do some good, or how could I make some money? Yeah, exactly. This is, like, way too scary to confront without my sunglasses on. So, yeah, and I've got to stop underachieving and start, like, getting these Joneses under control so that I can start doing something with my life.
Last week, I was saying, like, I'm the underachiever because, like, you know, and here I am, the smart guy and everything, and I don't have, like, a drive to go make $1 million. Right. No, I'm always looking for, like, the easy path, you know? Yeah. And you were like, oh, I'm driven and I'm doing all these things. I don't see you as an underachiever from your end. I just don't think you're as successful at the things you want to do, but that's not because of a lack of will or a lack of want or a lack of effort. I don't think you have a lack of effort. People could say that about me. They say, you know, Rabs, you never put in more effort, I could have gone to grad school and whatever. I didn't, whatever. I don't care. Now, I want to say something, though. This guy, I'm saying, what's the difference between this guy and lady? And you know the thing that hit me? Is that beard. I swear, that's the thing that hit me. It's that beard. As you said, you're not, chicks aren't throwing themselves at you anymore because ever since that beard came out. I'm like, why do you have the beard?
Yeah.
Why do you have the beard? Who has a beard like that? Only, a Rosh Hashiva or, Lubavitchers. Are you Lubavitch?
Not so much.
Are you a Rosh Hashiva?
No.
Not yet. Okay.
Not yet.
What's with the beard? Can you be honest? What is with the beard? It's killing you. It's a woman
repellent.
Repellent.
A friend of mine is a psychiatrist. He called it woman repellent.
A woman repellent. Here's what I'm thinking. Make yourself look like that guy. You don't have to shave your entire face off, right? But this guy had a complete clean shaven face, right? I'm not saying you have to do it, but just make it neat, trim, tidy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look like a business professional. Look like a lawyer, a doctor. Fool somebody, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get it. I really don't get it.
But I didn't have a beard for all these years until 3 years ago, and it's not like I was like...
Okay, so you did the beard thing.
Yeah, I've done the beard thing.
You did it. You got to be like Mr. Holy with the beard, right?
Yeah,
it didn't do anything for you in terms of women.
Yeah.
I'm saying either roll it up or cut it.
Yeah.
Give it a shot, right?
Yeah, I'll look at that in a month's ahead.
Or at least give me a coherent, articulate reason why you won't cut it.
You don't think it looks good on me?
No. I am a big believer. If I thought it looked good on you, why wouldn't I do it for myself? Right? I believe that you can, be Hasidic, or you can be a Frummy, and you can have the payas and the beard, but you can still look neat and nice. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what look you're going after. I don't get it. And I'm going to give it to you straight. A lot of people aren't going to give it to you straight.
Just a woman I met, she says she calls me Zizi to her friends.
That's the one you're with now?
I wouldn't say we're with, but she calls me Zizi to her friends.
It's time for her not to call you Zizi, and it's time
for her to call me come to bed, honey.
I think, there comes that sex addiction.
Oh man, I need the higher power. I'm going to call my sponsor right now.
Let me ask you something about that. Now, that's the other thing, because in my book I talked about how, for me, AA...
It's like a competing religion.
It's a competing religion, because the number one thing is, above all else, you have to stay sober. What's the number one thing that they preach over there? They don't have staying sober. What do they have? Not having
staying
sex?
Sexually sober. No, they're actually really permissive. You set your own standards of what is sobriety for you. So you meet with a sponsor and you decide what are the bottom line behaviors that you want to eliminate from your life. And there, as of yet, I don't have any behaviors.
Okay, this is where my OCD would never handle this. And here's why. Because I'm OCD, right? And for me, everything's black and white. And it's if it's not black and white, I just toss it, okay? So, if they said you have to remain sober sexually or whatever the hell that means, at the cost of everything else would mean, even if that means no longer keeping Torah, and just going out banging chicks, and I would have a problem with that.
Yeah, I haven't... I'm not like you. I don't take any one thing too seriously.
You have your feet in several projects.
I have my feet in several things.
You're in Alexander and doing yoga.
I pick and choose.
And doing a little of the writing thing. This week I'm doing the
12 steps.
12 steps, and I gotta shrink, but I won't do pills. And
Yeah, so I don't take any one thing too seriously.
Right.
So it's when I say, oh, this is a good thing that I want to check out and experience, I don't then go, okay, I'm going to pursue it to its ultimate ends and kind of understand what are its ultimate ends. And then if those ultimate ends conflict with, say, Orthodox Judaism, then, well, I just can't, I can't stray outside the fold. But for me, it's yoga or 12-step or Alexander technique. I'm going to see if it can enhance my life. If the benefits from doing this if they exceed the price, then I'm going to pursue this, and I'll pursue it seriously. But I never think of it. It has to all make sense, or it has to ultimately fit in my life. Just like with people